Hey, was geht? Welcome back to another episode to Save and Sound. My name is Rudenote and today I would like to show you how I would produce music in 2024 if I had zero knowledge. So as you know, music production is a huge topic and you can learn so many things, and sometimes it's really hard because you don't know where to start, how to start, and in this video I would guide you through it and hopefully my experience can help you. I made so many mistakes in my music career and it was so difficult to know what is right, what is wrong, what should I do, and hopefully this video will guide you a little bit through it. And here are my 11 tips how you can produce music in 2024. So first, it's music theory. I know most of us producers really don't like this topic, but it's really important. And when I first had my guitar lessons when I was, I think, 19, I actually learned so much and I could kind of, really fast create a beat just knowing what notes make sense and what is the right key that I'm playing. And so I cannot stress this enough. Music theory is really the most important part in my opinion when it comes to producing music. Obviously, if you have a really good ear and you can listen to all of the sounds and everything, you don't really need that much music theory, but it's always good to have it, Just imagine you go to a studio session and one producer wants you to play a 4-5-1 chord progression. So I suggest learn music theory even if it's just a little. Second, you don't need the best equipment to start. When I started music production, it was really hard for me because I thought I need the best gear, I need the best guitar, I need the best speakers and everything. And this really slowed down my process, And that's why I suggest everyone, if you just have a laptop, that's more than you ever need, You can create like awesome songs only with your laptop. There's one artist called Steve Lacy, for example. He only uses his phone, right? And there are so many free plugins out there and so many free tools that you can use and where you can basically start right away. Number 3, you don't need the best VSTs to start. As I mentioned earlier, there are so many free VSTs out there, or even like subscription-based plugins that you can use, and they're really good and handy, like for example Arcade, Slate. You pay a monthly fee and you can do so much with it, even when it comes to recording, mixing, mastering. Like nowadays it's way easier compared to the past, In the past they had to get like all of these expensive gear, they cost a lot, and now everything is getting more accessible, which is amazing for us producers. So make sure don't rely on the high performance VSTs. You can do a lot with a little. Number 4, sound selection. This one is really important. When I started making hip hop beats, I used house kicks in the beginning, which was like, it doesn't make any sense. And nowadays there's so many amazing sites like Splice, for example, or you can get like sample packs on different platforms. There's also one called Waves and so many other ones, but just make sure that you use the right sound for the right genre, because it won't make any sense, like creating a trap beat and using a lo-fi kick or a lo-fi snare. Basically, you don't need to spend so much time on the post-production. So make sure to get awesome sounds and you're good to go. Number 5, collab with other producers. In the beginning, when I started making music, I didn't actually collab with that many producers because I thought, I want to do everything by my own. I want to do everything, just, say that I did all of that. I did the mixing, I did the mastering, I did the recording. But in the end, it doesn't make any sense. If you're in this music industry, it makes sense to collaborate with different producers, with different artists, because you also learn so much from them, right? So just imagine you have a studio session with another producer, and even when he shows you another shortcut or tells you about a cool trick that you can use on the same DAW or anything like that, this is so important. Additionally, you not only gain experience through it, but sometimes you also gain new connections and you network, which is the most important part in the music industry. Having a good network, having good connections with other people. I mean, it's always better to do music together, right? Number 6, find a good teacher or a mentor. Like when I started out making music, it was really hard for me because I was always playing the same chord progressions and I really didn't evolve, so it was hard for me to get to the next step. But sooner or later I got like a guitar teacher and he taught me so many different things, and so many different other aspects, showed me different examples of existing songs. Shout out to him. Let's go to the mindset part. Number 7, you need to set clear goals. When I started out making music, I just did music because that was all I wanted to do in my life. I just wanted to do music. And sooner or later, I got to a point where I just did music, right? But it was really to a one point then I decided, okay, now I want to do something else. And now it's really important for me, at least, you know, setting clear goals that you know what you want to do in your life when it comes to producing music. Like, do you want to focus more on lo-fi music, or do you want to focus more on sample packs, or do you want to focus more on recording sessions, mixing, mastering? There are so many ways where you can actually make a living in the music industry. You just need to make sure that you set a goal and focus on the goal. Number 8, you need also to have a strategy. It doesn't make any sense when you set a goal but don't have a really proper strategy, right? So you need to find also a way. Set a goal, find a strategy, what you would like to achieve, have a strategy, and then just continue doing it. Number 9, accept rejection. So this one is also really important, right? Because as a music producer, I don't know how many hours and how many people I actually contacted on Instagram via DMs. I cannot stress enough, never get discouraged by people who telling you you're not good enough or you cannot make it. Just make sure that you always keep this one as a motivation and not discouragement. Number 10, start putting music out. It doesn't matter if your music is good enough or bad enough, right? When I made music in the beginning, I made the mistake that only music for my own, which is also nice, right? And I don't want to judge anyone. I mean, everybody can do whatever they would like to do. But in the end, it's really important, you know, that when you're putting music out, just do it, you know, like Nike. It doesn't even matter if it's also like Instagram content or TikTok content, but if you put it out, you will also get like a feedback and a resonance. I think when I go through my beats in the past, it's kind of like a diary, because there's so many emotions that you put inside your beats. Just put it out. Trust me, it will just benefit. 11, be consistent. This is, I think, the most important part. When you're doing music, just make sure that you are consistent, because like there are so many people that could basically outwork you. But if you make sure that you're always consistent, people will see that you're consistent, right? And you are kind of also putting out that energy to other people, and they be like, yeah, this dude is crazy. He's been posting every day on social media. I want to work with him, right? I think this is really important. So make sure to be consistent, and thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, and remember to stay focused, calm, and safe and sound.